students. Today class is a continuation of chapter 6, that is electrolysis in chemistry. So I would like to explain you electroplating an article with silver. Article we can use brass spoon, keychain, etc. Now what is electroplating? Electroplating is the process of deposition of thin layer of superior matter on the surface of the basal matter by the passage of low direct current. Now what is the purpose of electroplating? Electroplating prevents from rusting. It also makes the article look more attractive. Now here we are electroplating a brass spoon with silver. Electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell means is the vessel or the container where electrolysis is carried on. This electrolytic cell containing electrolyte. Electrolyte is a chemical compound which conducts electricity when it is in aqueous solution or molten state. Here we have sodium cyanide as an electrolyte. It is a complex salt. This salt dissociates in simple ions and the complex ion in its aqueous solution. Your brass spoon is made as the cathode. Cathode is the electrode which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Here anode, block of pure silver is made as the anode. Anode is the electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Electrode reaction. Here sodium cyanide dissociate into sodium ion, silver ion and cyanide ion. Water molecule ionizes into hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ions. And this sodium cyanide is an electrolyte, so it contains sodium ion, silver ion, cyanide ion, hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ions. Here when switch is on, electric current enters into this electrolytic shell. Now what happens here? All positive ions, they migrate or move towards the cathode. Here sodium ion, silver ion, hydrogen, all of them they migrate towards the cathode, that is towards the spoon. Only one of them they discharge at the cathode or at the spoon. That is silver ions, because the position of silver ions is lower than the position of sodium ion and hydrogen ion in the electrochemical series. So reaction at the cathode, silver ions get reduced or become neutral or get discharged at cathode by the gain of electrons, and silver atom is formed and get deposited at the cathode. Now reaction at anode. All negative ions, cyanide ion and hydroxyl ion, they migrate towards the anode. None of them get discharged at the anode. Due to the nature of the anode is made up of block of pure silver, which is an active electrode. Here reaction at anode. None of them, this hydroxyl ion and cyanide ion, none of them they discharge at the anode. Rather, your silver atom loses electrons and forms silver ions, and these silver ions are added into this solution. Now, on the basis of electroplating an article with silver, question may come in ICSE like, name the electrolyte, that is sodium cyanide. What type of salt sodium cyanide? It is a complex salt. Name the cathode and the anode. Cathode is brass spoon. Anode is block of pure silver. Why sodium adjunct cyanide prepare to silver nitrate solution as an electrolyte? Because the deposition of silver is uniform and smooth. Write the reaction that take place at the cathode and the anode. Silver ions get reduced at the cathode by the gain of electrons. So, reaction at the anode, silver atom loses electrons and forms silver ions. State 1 condition for the deposition of silver is smooth and uniform, or low direct current should be used. Now next we'll have electroplating an article with nickel. Now we have electroplating an article with nickel. Your article is keychain. So we are electroplating keychain with nickel. This is an electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell means it's a vessel or container where electrolysis is carried on. Here aqueous solution of nickel sulfate is used as an electrolyte. Electrolyte is a chemical compound which conducts electricity when it is in aqueous solution or molten state. Keychain is made as the cathode. Cathode is the electrode which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. An anode, block of pure nickel, is made as the anode. Anode is the electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Here electrolytic reaction, nickel sulfate dissociate into nickel ions and sulfate ions, and water molecule ionizes into hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ions. Now when here switch is on, electric current enters into this electrolytic cell. Now what happens when electric current enters into this electrolytic cell? All the positive ions they migrate towards the cathode, all the negative ions they migrate towards the anode. There are two positive ions, nickel ions and hydrogen ions. Both of them they migrate towards the cathode. Only one of them they discharge at the cathode, that is nickel ion. So nickel ions become neutral or get discharged at the cathode or get reduced at the cathode by the gain of electrons and form neutral nickel atom. This nickel atom gets deposited at the cathode, that is at the key chain. Now sulfate ions and hydroxyl ions, these are the two negative ions, they migrate towards the anode and none of the discharge at the anode due to the nature of the anode. That is, anode is made up of block of pure nickel which is an active electrode. Rather this nickel anode loses electrons and form nickel ions, and this nickel ions added to the solution. Dear children, that's all for today. In next class we'll have electro refining. Thank you very much.